Boy, I tell you, this topic today has riled up the audience quite a bit. Teen sex at home is what we're talking about. We have been talking to Barbara, who allows her teenage son to have co-ed sleepovers at home. She says she does not approve of teen sex, however. We've also spoken to Karen, who allows her teenage daughter to have sex at home. And we, of course, were talking to Shannon, who said, I remained a virgin until I was 24 and met the guy that I married, and I think that these parents ought to consider the emotional strains. Now we have Barbara's son, Roy, joining us, and Karen's daughter, Kiana. I'd like to know, I mean, Kiana, let me ask you, Mom got a lot of heat out here, and then there's some more other comments coming up. People don't understand why Mom allows you to have sex at home.
Well, she let me have sex at home because it's safer. I got friends and stuff. They done got raped from having sex in parks and other people's houses. People gonna do it regardless. You can't tell us not to do it because we're gonna do it and we're gonna find a place to do it. It's safer to have it at home than to have it somewhere else.
But Kiana, isn't it kind of weird having sex with Mom down the hall?
Well, I never have sex with my mother woke, or a lot of times when my mother not home, I do it.
Roy, you got to tell me. Now, I know Mom allows these sleepovers with the sleeping bag and stuff, but I've been a teenager myself, all right? You sure you're not sneaking from one room to the other? Something Mom doesn't know about this? Are you having teen sex at home?
Well, for the most part, I believe that my friends respect that my parents, and they respect what's going on. In
come on. Now look, I know teenagers, come on. You mean to tell me that everybody stays in their room and there's no little snipping through the night over? Come on, you can tell me.
Well, for the most part.
For the most part.
For the most part.
But what about that little bitty part?
There might be a tiny bitty part, but I mean, nobody talks about it because they respect my parents for letting.
Barbara, there's a lot teenagers don't tell moms and dads, and I wonder if maybe there's a little stuff going on that they're not telling you. So in a strange kind of way, you could be perpetuating sex in the house and not even know it.
Rolonda, I know. First of all, it's not two of them coming. Wait a minute. There is a group. We have a big group. When they come over, we have 10 kids. They're certainly not doing it all together where they're all watching it. This isn't true.
Look at Karen, what are you doing over there? What's your response?
I mean, like we said from the beginning, it's there, it's done. I mean, whether you sneak and hide or whether you consenting to it, you are consenting to it because it's there.
Well,
it's
why
there.
not
Are you closing your eyes to it because you don't know?
Barbara says, why not abstinence?
Why not abstinence? Why do you have to teach them to have sex at 13? Why don't they learn to have that meaningful person, that time when you're ready to...
I think that we are really selling out teenagers here.
Yeah.
There seems to be an overriding attitude that we are animals that can't control ourselves, and this is far from the truth. If we teach teenagers to just say no to drugs, we mean it. We don't say, don't drink and drive, but if you do, be sure to wear a seatbelt or make sure that your car has a passenger side airbag. We don't send mixed messages like this. As a parent, teenagers want guidelines. We want to have boundaries, even though they may argue about it. I argued with my parents 8th grade. I was the teenager from hell. There's no question about it. But in retrospect, I am so glad that my mom did not give in. It took more pain and heartache for her to stand her ground than to give in to me. And I think that everybody here that has this attitude that they're going to do it anyway is really selling the teenagers short. And I think that second of all, that parents, if they are going to try to get their teenagers to safe sex until marriage, then they have to lead by example. And the problem in our culture today is that the parents are not taking the moral high ground. They themselves are bringing in their boyfriends.
So you don't
and
think
sleeping
Karen's
in their
taking the
house.
moral high ground?
I don't know what her particular situation is at home. I don't know if she's married
I
or
don't
what the
disrespect my
circumstances
daughter. If
are.
I do bring somebody in, they in by 12 and out by 5. When they wake up, they don't see no minute.
Well, it doesn't, but she knows it's going on because you just told her. You just told her.
Well, I'm just telling her, but she knows. She's 17 to know because she's already in.
You are a parent. Take the
I do
moral
not
high
disrespect
ground.
her, and she does not disrespect me.
You are disrespecting her because you're assuming that she is too weak.
It ain't like she hears me. Oh God, Jesus!
It doesn't matter if she hears you. It doesn't matter.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
She knows what's going on.
I I live in the city of East Orange, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I guide her very well. My daughter's getting ready to go to college.
You're exposing
I'm not
her
a
to
grandmother.
heartache.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
At this
exposing her
present
to
time,
physical pain.
but I am. No, it's
Yes,
not.
you
It's
are.
physical
Wait a
pain.
minute, Barbara
You get up
looks as you
4
want to
o'clock in
say
the morning,
something.
Trying to run out and meet a guy.
Well, I'm just wondering what you're training her for. You're starting her having sex at age 13.
No, I didn't start her having sex at age 13. I said I had her at 13. I got pregnant with her and had her at 14. This is why I guide her. This is why I feel the way I feel. I refuse to have her go through the pain that I go through. I'm a single parent. All my children are by my husband. Okay? All 4 of my children are by my husband. I love this girl. I refuse to let her be manipulated, lied to, cheated on, and messed around on. I stand strongly on this, and I will protect her any way I can. And if it comes to my front door, I can protect.
Up
Believe
next,
that.
find out what happened to a 15-year-old whose mother was letting her have sex at home since she was 13 years old. Why does she now wish her mother had not allowed her to have sex in the house? We're going to find out why. I'm going to get your question. I know there's a lot of comments in the audience. We'll be right back in a minute, everybody.
The facts are and the statistics are that because I am aware that my daughters are sexually active, and I have taken precautions and steps and became responsible and taught them to be responsible, it decreases their chances.